Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. I have a pretty good couple of articles to read to you guys that involves foods that will last, I would say 20 years and more. And some of these foods will last pretty much indefinitely. And what I mean about indefinitely when I say that, ladies and gentlemen, is that if stored properly, it will outlive you. Okay, so it doesn't matter to us whether food like honey will last 150 years, 1,000 years, right? All we're looking for is that it will at least last our lifetime, right? That way, if we need to use it, it'll be there for us to use. That's why we prep, to have food insurance, right? So I wanted to go over a couple of quick articles with you guys, mainly because I'm sure that there are more foods out there that will last a long time that may not be on this list. And if you know of any, you'll be able to jot it down in the comments and we can all benefit from each other's knowledge. Okay, so let's go ahead and start up. So it says here 13 survival foods that will last forever. All right, so this here is claiming that these foods will last forever. And what I'll do is I will leave the link to these two articles all the way in the bottom of the description. Okay, so if you scroll all the way down, you'll see that I leave the two articles there. All right, so let's go ahead and read on. Every prepper needs a pantry stocked with survival food. Having access to food and water is a priority in a crisis, and yet there is one downside to storing food yourself. Most survival food is made to be stored, but many items still come with expiration dates. And since you never know when disaster will strike, there's a likelihood that some or all of your food could go bad before you ever even use it. As a prepper, you're left with a difficult decision on how to properly manage and replenish your stored food supply. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I'm a very big proponent of storing what you eat and eating what you store, even if it is long-term food storage, okay, like the number 10 cans. Get in a habit of learning how to use your food preps, okay? The only things that I store for real long term, meaning that I'm not going to open it unless there is a crisis, is, as I've told you guys before, is my rice and beans and dried ingredients like salt, sugar, things like that, okay? But I still do have about a year's worth of storage in my pantry that I rotate out, all right? Okay, so it says here, luckily there are some foods and ingredients that will never expire, which means you can buy them and you can buy them now and keep them stored with no worry. Most of the foods on this list will not be enough to prepare a complete meal, but they can add flavor and some extra calories to your dinner. Okay, so let's go on. And you see, I didn't know about this one. I didn't know about apple cider vinegar. I knew that white vinegar pretty much lasts indefinitely, but I didn't know about apple cider vinegar. And it says here, as long as you keep it sealed, apple cider vinegar will last forever when stored in a cool and dry pantry. You can use it on salads, marinades for meats, or even as a non-toxic cleaning product for your home. Apple cider vinegar is often called a superfood because of all the health benefits it has. It helps stop the spread of bad bacteria in your digestive tract, and studies have shown that it may also help kill cancer cells in the body. I didn't know that about apple cider vinegar. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, in the past I've shown you that the apple cider vinegar that I store is the one that's got the mother in it. And I try to get the organic kind, all right? Number 2, everybody knows about this pretty much. If you're a prepper, you pretty much know that salt will pretty much last forever, okay? Just make sure that you store it in a nice dry container that is sealed and that you just store it properly. As long as you don't buy the seasoned variety, you can expect salt to last indefinitely. On top of that, you can use salt to extend the shelf life of other foods like meat or even fruit. Soy sauce. Soy sauce will last forever if left unopened, mainly due to its high salt content. All right, pemmican. All right, for those of you that don't know what pemmican is something that was used by our forefathers when traveling, vast distances, and it was also used a lot in the Civil War, and it's pretty much a meat product that is combined with berries and beef lard or beef fat. All right, so pemmican is a mix of dried lean meat and fat that is pressed into a little cake. This survival food was first made by Native Americans and was later used in rations for soldiers during the Second Boer War. Never heard of that. And this article right here, ladies and gentlemen, you actually have recipes on how to make your own pemmican. All right, raw honey. If you need proof that raw honey lasts forever, look no further than the fact that archaeologists often find unspoiled honey in Egyptian tombs that are thousands of years old. It's true, honey will crystallize over time, but it's still safe to eat after you heat it up a little to get it back to the right consistency. Combine it with soy sauce to make a simple but delicious glaze to add to meat. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I remember reading somewhere that if you open honey, there is a chance that some spores from the air or fungi from the air can get in there and start to grow in there. All right, so what I would say is be very careful. If you're going to repackage honey, I'm kind of glad that I repackaged my honey the way that I did when I put them in the glass mason jars and I vacuum sealed the air out of there. That makes me feel better after having read that article. I forgot where I read it, but I did read somewhere that mold can grow in honey if you open it and let the air around you touch it. Cornstarch. Kept dry, cornstarch will stay good forever and can be used to thicken gravies and stews. Dried lentils. Lentils are easy to cook, have a high nutritional value, and are an excellent source of protein. These legumes can also help regulate blood sugar in people with type 2 diabetes. All right, alcohol. Distilled liquor won't even go bad after it's been opened. And while hard alcohol isn't really a survival food, it can be a great survival tool. Even if you don't drink it yourself, alcohol can help disinfect wounds, relieve pain during surgery, and be used for bartering. Not only can you count on alcohol to last, but you can also expect it to be in high demand after an SHTF or during an SHTF. I've read articles before where it says that during an SHTF, the consumption of alcohol really goes up because a lot of people like to use the spirits to alleviate their stress. Okay, white rice. Like honey, archaeologists have uncovered perfectly preserved rice in Egyptian tombs. Stored in the right conditions, white rice will last indefinitely. Just make sure you store it in an airtight container to keep out the bugs. Powdered milk. During crisis, powdered milk can serve as a source of calcium and vitamin D. Now, I have heard this about powdered milk that'll pretty much last indefinitely. Hardtack. Hardtack is a mixture of water and flour that forms into a hard cracker. Most famously used by soldiers during the Civil War, hardtack will provide long-lasting sustenance during an emergency, even though the taste isn't great. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of recipes out there on YouTube on how you can make your own hardtack, and it's pretty much just like it says here, just flour and water, and then you kind of bake it, and it bakes into a real thick, really hard cracker. All right, that normally when you go to use it, you have to submerge it in some kind of a liquid in order for you to be able to bite through it. That's how hard it is. All right, and we all know about ghee. Ghee is butter that has been boiled until all moisture has evaporated. This evaporation is what keeps ghee from spoiling over time, like regular butter. Long-term storage food. Okay, food that's specifically meant for survival stockpiles often has a long shelf life. Some of them can even last for over 25 years and still come out just fine in the end. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, this is a pretty good list, actually. I have another list of 20 foods that'll last 20 years or more. But a lot of what keeping foods for long term is the storage. All right, so just make sure that you store it, that you have it in a good sealed container. If it's going to be a dry item that you're storing, make sure you use your O2 absorber and make sure that you seal it in a good container that's going to be pest or rodent proof. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we go on to our other foods that will last 20 years or more, I wanted to go ahead and plug my affiliateship with Emergency Essentials. All right, and I'm very excited about this. All right, not so much because I'll make a small commission for any purchases that are made through my link. So that's the disclaimer right there. Anyone that uses my link for my affiliateship with Emergency Essentials, I will make a small commission off your purchase. However, it's not going to cost you a penny more. It's just like when you use my Amazon link to buy something. It doesn't cost you a penny more, but I get a few percentage points of whatever that purchase is. All right, and depending on what you buy also is how that works. But one of the reasons why I'm excited about this is because this kind of makes me an insider. And I've actually talked to one of the people that works there, and they told me that they would be willing to send me free samples of things that I like to try. All right, and that's one of the things that I'm excited about. And I'm going to tell you why here in a second. And another one is because now I'll be alerted as to when there are going to be sales ahead of time, and I'll be able to let you guys know, hey, there's going to be a sale, you know, from this day to that day, and it's going to be on this or that. All right, and you guys can be alerted, and you'll know when it's going on instead of just coming upon it through happenstance, right? So what you want to do is what I'm going to do is I'm going to include that link in the description of my videos. And as you can see, this is one of my previous videos. And in order to look in the description, all you have to do is go to the Show More button right here in the left-hand side where you see my arrow. Click on it, and you'll see right there, Emergency Essentials, and you click on the link. And you'll see that I have the link to my other things in here as well. Okay, in my more recent videos, I'm going to start just pinning all of the links to any affiliateships that I have, or any links where you may want to donate. Like, for example, the coffee link that I have right here where it says if you'd like to buy me a coffee. And remember that anyone that donates to this coffee link that I have, all of those donations will be going to a charitable place. All right, and as you all know from my last video, I think I said it, our next charity that we'll be donating those funds to will be the Battered Women's Shelter. Okay, so feel safe in knowing that those donations will be going to, you know, a charitable organization. And I'm going to try to keep it local. However, I may go ahead and do it within our own community as well here in the future. All right, so if you click on this link, it's going to take you to this page. All right, and the reason I wanted to show you this, ladies and gentlemen, is to show you how easy it is to navigate this. Now, I love Oxen Farms, and I'm working with Oxen Farms right now to try to get an affiliateship with them. However, Emergency Essentials, this brand is the same brand that makes Oxen Farm products. Okay, so these guys are the same ones that make Oxen Farms products. Now, I've been scanning this site, and there are some things here that are less expensive than Oxen Farms and some that are a little bit more. And that's just marketing, all right? I remember when I used to work in the milk industry or in the dairy industry, we used to package gallons of milk, right? And we used to change the labels from one brand to another, all right, on the gallons of milk. And when you went to the supermarket, one of those brands would cost more than the other. All right, even though it was the exact same milk in there. Okay, and I've noticed something similar to that with this brand right here in Oxen Farms. Now, this brand here does have a few more items than Oxen Farm does. Like, I've never seen Oxen Farms sell mushrooms. All right, but these guys have it. And there's other items as well. And like I said, some items are more pricey, some items are less pricey. But as you can see right now, they're having a sale right now. And it's actually not bad. However, if you're just interested in Oxen Farms, all you have to do is go to the left-hand corner here where it says Survival Food. And then if you look down here, it says Oxen Farms Products. All right, and you just click on the Oxen Farms Products, and it's going to bring you to all of the Oxen Farms products. Now, there is a feature here that I really, really like. And I'm going to show it to you. See if it will allow me to show it to you, but I'm not sure if it will. And what it is this will allow you to check out using your Amazon account, which is great because I actually came shopping to this site earlier today, and I got some things that were at a very, very good price. And and they don't ship to Alaska, okay? Essentials or Oxen Farms does not ship to Alaska, but using my Amazon account to pay for it and to check out will allow me to have these items shipped to Alaska. I'm not sure how it works, but that's how it works, and it's pretty awesome. So as you can see here, they have some miscellaneous items up here, but if you go down, you'll start seeing all these Oxen Farms all these Oxen Farms products. Okay, so if you're just interested in Oxen Farms, you'll see that the Oxen Farms products are here. And there were a few things on here already that I saw that were a better price than what you can get them for in the Oxen Farms website or in Amazon. Like for example, the essential butter powder is at a better price here than the Oxen Farms butter powder at Amazon or at Oxen Farms. All right, so you'll see that it's got all the Oxen Farms, and this carrots is actually a better product. All right, these biscuits right here, you can see that the biscuits that they're selling now have no leavening in them. All right, so they've changed that. Okay, and this is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is all Oxen Farms products. So if you guys want to just go to Oxen Farms products, you can. However, this site sells Mountain House. All right, they sell, I believe they sell Wise. I believe they also sell, man, it's the other food company that I forgot. I think it starts with an L. But so for example, let's say that I want to check this out, right? Let's say that I want to add this to the cart, and I'm not sure if it's going to do it or not. I wanted to show you how it would allow you to use your Amazon to check out. All right, look right here, check out. And what's nice about it is that if you use Amazon to check out, it will automatically take you to use your Amazon account. And you don't have to, do anything crazy. Okay, so yeah, so let's see if it goes guest, continue. I'm trying to see if we can get to the part where it allows you to use Amazon. You see right here, it says Amazon Pay, and it allows you to use your Amazon account to check out. Instead of you putting in all your information and everything in here, this will just take you to your Amazon account. And once you put in your information for your Amazon account, it will always keep it there if you want it to. All right, and you can pay with Amazon. For me, this is great because it allows me to shop the deals that I couldn't shop otherwise because they don't ship to Alaska, and have Amazon fulfill my order, and I still get the good deals. The only drawback is that they charge shipping. And shipping for this is a $12 flat fee. However, the items that I bought today, the savings that I had was like over $100 in savings. I bought one item that is normally like $169 in Amazon, and I got it for $94 here. And it's something that I'm actually going to be reviewing on our channel. All right, so I saved a lot more than what the shipping cost me. All right, so I think this is a great little gadget that they have here, a great option for you. All right, so, and I recommend, ladies and gentlemen, that you just go on here and just browse around. And this is what I would like you to do. If you come over here to browse around, take a look at what kinds of items they have here. And if there's something here that you want me to review, let me know, and I will email my contact over at Essentials, and they'll send me that item for free, and I can review it for you guys. All right, so that's one of the nice things that I think that can come out of this affiliateship that I have with Essentials now, is that they will send me items for free that I want to review, and you guys will get the benefit of seeing me review it and get a better idea of whether you want to buy this product or not. Okay, so I think that's a really good deal on both, on both ends. In addition to this affiliateship, ladies and gentlemen, I applied to get an affiliateship with the Ready Store, because I know that the Ready Store has a lot of good deals also, especially during the holidays. And maybe we can get the same deals with them, where they'll send stuff that I can review and let you guys know what it's like before you spend your hard-earned money on it. But in addition to that, just letting you guys know when the sales are coming out, I think will be a great benefit to our community as well. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to hide behind this. I truly do appreciate you guys supporting the channel by using my link, so that a few percentage points can come back my way instead of giving 100% of the profits to the large corporations. All right, so I truly do appreciate that. It truly does help a lot. All right, and I'm very excited about being able to test out products that are new without having to pay for it first before I know whether I like it or not, and also to give you guys the information that you may want and or need before you pull the trigger on buying something else and spending your hard-earned money on it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to cover on this right here. Like I said before, if you guys are interested in taking a look at it, just go to my links. I'm going to be leaving all of these links on a pinned comment on my videos from now on. That way you guys can have easy access to it. But if for some reason I forget, it's just beneath the description of the video. All you have to do is push the button that says show more, and it'll show up there, and all you got to do is just click on the link. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go on and continue with our article over here. Uh-oh, I'm getting the wheel of death. There it is. Okay, here we go. And here's the next article. And this one here is not on foods that will last forever, but on foods that will last 20 years or longer. Okay, and let's go ahead and read it on, because this is a pretty good read, actually. And it says here, when disaster strikes, no one ever knows when things will return to normal again. In some cases, there may be the possibility of things never truly returning to normal. With this being the case, it's a good idea to stock up on foods that are meant for the long haul. Before we begin, it is important to know that these foods will only last 20 years or more if they are properly stored in conditions that are dry, with stable temperatures and limited light exposure. You can learn more about that in our list of 10 things that will destroy your food storage. That actually looks like a pretty good article to read. Let's see. With that said, here are 20 survival foods that can last 20 years. Okay, and look at that. We already went through this one. Powdered milk will pretty much last indefinitely if stored properly. All right. Dried beans, and we all know that. All right. That's one of our staples as being prepared, as having dry beans, because they're high in fiber, they're high in protein, and they do also have a good amount of carbohydrates. All right. Instant beans. If you prefer your beans not be dried, instant beans have a great shelf life as well, lasting 25 plus years. And in addition to that, if I may say, they're a lot easier to prepare as far as how much fuel you're going to need and how much time you're going to need to cook it. All right, so that is a good option. I myself prefer to store the dried beans that aren't cooked yet, because worst case scenario, if you're running low on fuel, you can always crush them or grind them through your grain mill, all right, to make them easier to cook and prepare. All right, salt. We already know about salt. Honey, same thing. But you know what? I like to read this just in case there's something else that we may have missed. Making survival foods taste as good as the cuisine we are used to can be a challenge. Thankfully, salt has an indefinite shelf life, and it has many uses. And what I like about these articles so far is that right here where it says many uses, it has a hyperlink. So if you click on this, it'll tell you all the uses that these things have. All right, honey has an indefinite shelf life, allowing you to enjoy nature's sweetener even if the apocalypse lasts a lifetime. It also has several other uses. Freeze-dried fruits, meats, and vegetables. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know, freeze-dried anything, as long as it's properly stored, will more than likely last 30, 40 years, okay? Freeze-dried cheeses, same thing. Freeze-dried cheeses will last 20 plus years. It says here, oats. If you enjoy a nice bowl of oats for breakfast in the morning, we've got good news. Rolled oats are able to last 30 plus years in the right conditions. Dehydrated fruits and vegetables. All right, same thing as freeze-dried. I think freeze-dried is a better option, but dehydrated fruits and vegetables is also a very good option. All right, pasta. Those who appreciate Italian food will be happy to hear that pasta can last 30 plus years. What you find, what you find to season it with may be more of a challenge, but pasta itself has a great shelf life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to store pasta, make sure you get some Oxen Farms tomato powder, because you guys have seen me do that tomato or that spaghetti sauce with Oxen Farms tomato powder, and I'll tell you what, that's a winner. Wheat, some form of wheat berries. White flour only has a shelf life of 10 years. Wheat, however, has a shelf life of 20 years, allowing you to make your own flour long after your pre-processed flour has gone bad. Cocoa powder will pretty much last forever, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Potato flakes will also pretty much last forever, as long as you store it properly. Sugar will last forever. White rice will last about as long as beans, 30 plus years, right? And incidentally, You guys saw my last week's payday prep, the one where I had the 100 pounds of rice and all the cereal and the 25 pounds of beans. I'm going to do a quick video, if not this weekend, during the week, showing myself packaging all those items, because although I've done videos doing that before, I still have people asking me that are probably new subscribers, and I don't see any harm in just doing a quick video showing you guys how to do it. That way you can have another one to reference in case you can't find the other ones. Corn. Whether you eat it as is, grind it into cornmeal, or store lots of popcorn kernels, corn is a great survival food and it has a shelf life of 30 plus years. Maple syrup. Syrup lasts indefinitely thanks to its high sugar content. Sometimes mold can grow on top, but all you have to do is scrape it off and boil the syrup to kill it. Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I might have made a mistake. I thought that I had read that about honey, which I may have read that about honey, but I guess same thing with maple syrup. Baking soda. Baking soda is another key baking ingredient with an indefinite shelf life. And like salt and honey, it also has many alternative uses. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do have some cream of tartar powder in my basket. All right, and I'm going to buy some of that. And I already have some baking soda, so that we can so that I can do my own leavening or baking powder and have the ingredients to make my own baking powder that will pretty much last forever. All right, so I think that is a great idea to have. I'm going to order a 5-pound bag of the cream of tartar, and I do believe that it takes like I don't remember the ratio, but I know where the ratio is, and if I want to remember right, it was like 2 teaspoons of or 2 parts of baking soda to 1 part of cream of tartar, but I could be wrong. But I think it's a great idea to have that, especially if you're storing wheat and flour so that you can make things. You might as well have that other ingredient that will allow you to make cakes and things like that. All right, bouillon cubes. Bouillon cubes have an indefinite shelf life, allowing you to add chicken and beef flavoring to your food long after the SHTF. And instant coffee. Stay energized post-disaster by stocking up on instant coffee. Stored properly, instant coffee will last 30 plus years. And that's one thing that I haven't been able to get myself to do, ladies and gentlemen, is start stocking instant coffee, but I think I will. Because I think that instant coffee is better than no coffee. And even though I did that coffee concentrate not too long ago, which is, by the way, very good, I still have 2 jars of it left, but I'm going to wait like a month or 2 months before I try it to see if it was able to maintain its shelf stability, all right? To see if it's still good, because it's not in the refrigerator, all right? And when I break those open, I will do a video and let you guys know how it came out. But I think I may have to change my mind and start storing away some instant coffee for long term, meaning for like deep storage, prepping, all right? Because like I said, if for some reason something happens and I can't get a hold of any coffee, I would rather have instant coffee than to not have any coffee at all. And then again, I probably have about 200 or 300 MREs that I can get the instant coffee out of each of them. All right. So let's see. Here it says, making your food last. It's worth reiterating that all of these foods will only last as long as stated if they are stored correctly. Even foods with an indefinite shelf life can go bad in days given the wrong condition. But as long as you take the right precautions, these 20 foods will last 20 or more years, allowing you to ride out most disastrous scenarios without going hungry. All right, if you're new to food storage, be sure to read our Beginner's Guide to Emergency Food Storage, and that's got another hyperlink at all. I think this is a really good article, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and leave both of these articles up so that you guys can go to them if you like. And I really like the hyperlinks on there that take you to, another internet site that gives you the hints or gives you the information that they're telling you right here. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be about it. And remember, Emergency Essentials has more than just essentials foods. It also has Oxen Farms. It has Mountain House. All right. It has, I do believe it's got Legacy. That's what it is. It's got the Legacy food brand as well. All right. And I'm definitely going to order some Legacy when they're on sale again, because there are some Legacy meat products that I've been wanting to try for a long time, but just haven't been able to have it shipped to me. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, having said that, thank you very much for joining in today. I hope you get something out of this. If there's any other foods that you know that will last a very long time, go ahead and put in the comments so that we can all get ideas off of each other's knowledge and experience. All right. So, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you very much for all of your support. Please take a look at the pinned comment or below the description for all the links, and you can support the channel in any way that you want or any way that you like. All right. So having said that, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to every one of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.